Correction, foul on Matty Crawford. Jump ball does go to the Warriors. Checking in for the Warriors. Stewart. Ellen Farrell to the line. Checks back in for the Warriors.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
Congratulations to our December LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Laurel Wrestling as the December LCAP Team of the Month after their 13-2 start to the season. Congratulations to Coach Kevin Carmichael and the Laurel Wrestling Team, our December LCAP Team of the Month. Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Union's Lucas Stanley as a December Red Zone Male Athlete of the Month for scoring his 1,000th career point in the season opener. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Union's Kylie Frustifer and Newcastle's Rihanna Boyce as the December Female Athletes of the Month, with both seniors also eclipsing their 1,000 career point mark. Congratulations and best of the luck to 1,000 point scorers Rihanna Boyce, Kylie Frustifer, and Lucas Stanley, the December Red Zone Athletes of the Month.
Timeout for the Wildcats. Jenna Angelo. Timeout for the Wildcats. Jump ball into the Warriors.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
You guys ready? Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do?
We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered. At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game. Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
Cold winds blowing, temperatures dropping, and snow is beginning to fall. And then your furnace goes out. LCAP's LIHEAP Crisis Program is here to help. If your furnace is blowing cold air, not turning on, or not reaching the desired temperature, help is right around the corner, whether it needs fixed or replaced. For information, call the Department of Healthy Homes at 724-656-0090. LCAP's Healthy Home programs are the key to safer living. Cold winds blowing, temperatures dropping, and snow is beginning to fall. And then your furnace goes out. LCAP's LIHEAP Crisis Program is here to help. If your furnace is blowing cold air, not turning on, or not reaching the desired temperature, help is right around the corner, whether it needs fixed or replaced. For information, call the Department of Healthy Homes at 724-656-0090. LCAP's Healthy Home programs are the key to safer living.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Medore and David Verratti want to provide you with a level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free Visit one of the locations in Xenia Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win, proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years. Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measel will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Since 1911, the City Rescue Mission has been serving our community by providing food for the hungry, shelter for the homeless, and hope for the lost. We continue to love all that come through our doors, extending mercy and providing grace just as God has done for each of us, serving with a compassionate heart and sharing the good news of the gospel and the hope we all have in Jesus Christ, just like we've done since 1911. We can't do this alone, and we continue to need your help.
I'm Kevin Sapp. I'm president of the Mohawk Education Association. We are one of the sponsors for the Lawrence County SportsNet. We would like to take a moment to wish all of Lawrence County student athletes health and safety as they compete. In particular, we would like to wish luck to all of Mohawk student athletes as they represent our school with pride.
Here at Shenango, the teachers and staff love their Wildcats. In the classroom, or wearing the blue and gold, we have their back, and we wish the Cats the best this season.
This video is brought to you by the Shenango Area Education Association.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Axe can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project. And welcome back to Mohawk High School. Eric Thomas with you here for the second half as Mohawk has a 23-14 lead here to start the third quarter. Be with you through the remainder of this game and then also the boys game coming up, scheduled for a 7:30 tip between the same two teams. This is a non-second, and that layup missed, and the scrum for the ball. It was controlled momentarily by Mohawk. Now they're still fighting for it, and Stewart's going to come away with it. trying to dribble around the traffic, get up to half court. Down the floor they go. Magno's jumper inside the three-point line is off the mark. Rebound, Pizzulo, put back, good. Gianna Pizzulo now has 7. Lead all scorers. Section 1 of 3A, you got Olsh at 14-2 overall, 9-0 in the section. And they got a full 3-game lead over Riverside, who is 6-3. Full teams over 500 overall, but just everybody battling for second place, it seems like, in the section. At least right now, you got Riverside, Quaker Valley, Beaver Falls, all 6-3, and then Elwood City sitting at 4-5. Entering play tonight, you got Mohawk, who is third from the bottom at 3-6 in the section, and then Stowe Rocks and New Brighton, who combined are 1-14 in conference play. Stowe Rocks does have a 6-8 overall record. So hovering towards that 500 mark and just not making any way in section play, though, for the bottom trio, as Mohawk will host Stowe Rocks tomorrow night, and then Monday night Elwood City. So a couple of big games coming up, and then Beaver Falls after that. So if they can string together some wins here, they're in good shape. Stewart's going to tap that away, or rather Pizzulo's going to tap that away and miss the putback, no good as well. Rebound loose, and it's going to be controlled by Shenango. And we'll get a foul on Mohawk with 5:27 to go in the third. So Delaney Harmon, that's her second. And coming up, the boys game at 7:30. It's a good crowd starting to file in here. Parking lot pretty jammed on what's another cold night here in Lawrence County. Working it around as Thomas has it. Jumper misses right, and the putback is good by DeFrank, who is fouled as Mara DeFrank gets her 6th point. And a chance to go to the line for a 3-point play to cut this down to 9. Rather, cut it down to 6. And I got the score right there. It's 25-16, so that would have cut it down to 8. And we got another turnover on Mohawk. That's number 9 for the Lady Warriors. Again, it's a young Mohawk team. Is Harmon and Addison Stivers the only seniors, along with Olivia Hare, on the roster. Beg your pardon, Victoria Reardon too, so they got 4 of them, but overall a pretty young squad once again. Lindsay Bell's got her work cut out for her to try to build this program up. And we get a timeout called by Coach Bell. Pontius Insurance timeout. Make sure you take time to check on the rates and meet with a rep from Pontius Insurance online at pontiusinsurance.com. Get a good look there at the Mohawk huddle, and Lindsay Bell right in the mix of it. You look down at Section 2 or Section 1 and 2A for Shenango's purposes. Aliquippa 5-0, they're 11-2 overall, right in front of Neshannock. A 1-game lead on the Lancers, who are 4-1 in section play and 14-2 overall. Those two seem to be on a collision course to decide things, and then maybe even into the WPIL playoffs for all we know. Rochester, then it's Laurel at 2-3. They're 6-11, so they have work to do yet. Rochester is at 7-7 overall. Freedom at 3-11, and then Shenango at the bottom of the section, 0-5 in section play and 1-12 overall for Luke O'Hara, whose team is averaging only 24 points a game. They've only made 14 3-pointers this season. These two teams do not shoot the three particularly well. They've combined just to hit 34 of them coming into play tonight. So a lot of growing pains on both sides. You look at Shenango, and you've got Jen Island Street, who is a senior. You have Amara DeFrank, a senior, and that is it. So the rest are underclassmen for O'Hara's team, as that attempt by Magno inside is missed, and here comes Shenango the other way as we come up on 4.5 to go in the third. Get you an out-of-town scoreboard update brought to you by the Newcastle Transit Authority coming up here in a moment. One other game of note tonight, Newcastle girls are in action. And I'm going to travel call it on Shenango, second turnover of the quarter. Boys game coming your way next. Got a chance to see Bobby Fadden and Drew Rona and company. That'll be my first time seeing them this season. Looking forward to that as they continue to rack up wins and put together another impressive season after losing so many key components to that team a season ago. Set out of bounds will go back to Shenango. Stuck on 25-16 here in the third. And a good step in front and a steal by Pizzullo. Going to race to the bucket, lay it up and in. Pizzullo's got 4 in the quarter, 9 overall to lead all scorers. We'll take a look in the boys game too coming up at the state rankings by the Trib. We'll take a look at the Wpial rankings as well. There's a lot to be determined yet for the Mohawk boys the rest of the way. They got some challenging games coming up as we get a collision right in front of the Mohawk bench, but the Warriors keep it alive. Magno on the three-point line, just in back of it. Rebound by Stewart. Back out as Harmon kicks it back out. Magno once again, and they'll reset things up near half court as Pizzullo will calm things down as we're under 3 to go in the third. 11-point lead for Mohawk. And we'll get an offensive foul and a turnover at the same time. For Magno, that's her third foul. Out-of-town scoreboard update brought to you by the Newcastle Transit Authority. It's a 31-10 Montour lead over Newcastle. That game is at the half. James Dotson is over there for that one. They get a timeout called by Shenango, a 30-second timeout brought to you by Pontius Insurance. Again, online at pontiusinsurance.com. Schedule the rest of the week for you, and there may be some adjustments to it. Of course, we're all dealing with the weather here this week, but the remainder of the week looks like this. Tomorrow night, bocce. Tomorrow afternoon, bocce. We got Elwood at Mohawk. James Dotson and Lee Moan will be with you for that one. Friday night, we're scheduled for a doubleheader. Just keep it tuned in to the Lawrence County Sports Network socials and also the website, because we may have an update to that schedule for you. We are scheduled to bring you Newcastle and Butler on Friday night. And also, at the moment, Ulsh and Union. That's a big one at Union on Friday night as well. So just keep it tuned. We may be adjusting some things here in the next day or so, but we will have something for you on Friday night as play resumes and we get a little scrum underneath. And Shenango, 3 unsuccessful attempts, and then DeFrank is able to put it back in. She has 4 in the quarter and 8 overall to lead the Wildcats. Again, it's back to a 9-point lead. Good step through move by Stewart, and it's going to be off of Shenango and out of bounds. Monday night, we have a girls matchup for you. Elwood at Mohawk, and then also Aliquippa and Neshannock. That'll be a good one Monday night. Huge one Monday night. And then we got Elwood and Mohawk boys on Tuesday night. And a couple more games for you coming up. Union at Shenango on the boys' side, and then Newcastle and Pine Richland on Friday night, the 31st. That'll be a monster showdown for Newcastle, who lost last night to Woodland Hills. Great game by Woodland Hills last night. That was an exciting game down the stretch. Newcastle just could not seem to find the buckets early in the fourth quarter, but they got a couple of huge games, including the one we mentioned on Friday night, coming up this week as they take on Butler, and that should be a great game. And Butler has Matt Clement putting together another decent season, and of course they have been a program to watch the last 5 or 6 years in the WPILs. It's going to be a jump ball, and possession error is going to favor Mohawk. Island Street was in on that one as Mohawk down the floor with 1:50 to go. Stewart passes it off. Pizzulo lost it off her shin, and then we get a double dribble on the Lady Warriors and turn it over once again. 12 turnovers here in this game tonight, but they still lead it by 9 with 1:40 to go in the third. Foul on Mohawk. That'll be on McKenna Stewart. That's her second. Should be a good one on the boys' side coming up next as Mohawk continues or looks to continue to roll. And they will take on a Shenango team that is hungry for a victory, and they are in need of one too. We'll talk about that coming up in the boys' game, due up in about 35 to 40 minutes from now. Inside, and DeFrank is fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot a pair with 1:09 to go in the quarter. Fouls on Delaney Harmon. That's her third for Mohawk in the quarter. That is their fifth. So it'll be shots the next 69 seconds. Again, you can flip over. We have the Newcastle Montour game on live for you tonight. There is video for that game tonight. Big thanks to Matt and our crew for getting us going here tonight. I joined you late thanks to the commute in and out. Rebound controlled by Shenango. Here we go the other way. And we get a jump ball. The arrow is going to favor the navy and white and yellow Wildcats of Shenango with 54 seconds to go in the quarter. Let's see if they hold for the last shot here, down by 7. Evenly played game here. We talked about Shenango and the points that they score. Mohawk not much better right now at 31.3. Drive inside and drawing the contact once again is DeFrank, and she'll go back to the line to shoot 2 more. So Shenango team that shoots 48.3% from the line. Frank misses the front end. Gabriella Giglio is back into the game for Shenango, number 31. And both attempts missed there as Pizzulo the rebound. Here comes Mohawk the other way, and a lob pass inside for Harmon. Back to Pizzulo with 27 seconds to go, and it looks like Gianna rather is going to hold for the final shot. Handed off, little bump there. No call on Keniston. And we get a hand check foul on the aforementioned Giglio. It's the second foul called on Shenango here in the quarter. Inside, good find, and off the glass and in. Madeline Crawford, her second field goal of the night. She has 4 shots here for Ella Farrell. In and out as Jade Harmon is back in So 1 out of 2 for Farrell. Cuts it down to 8. Interesting game here between these two sides. Pizzulo 3-pointer, no. That one's tapped out of bounds off of Mohawk. So it's going to be Shenango ball and a chance to cut this down to as little as 5. To the Warriors here, another turnover by Shenango here in the second half, and outrunning that and down the floor and out of bounds is going to be Harmon. Two teams, we mentioned how young they are, as Street will come back in. Straight, rather, as Shenango looking to cut into this lead even more. A straight shot is altered, and the loose ball pulled in by Crawford. Going to be a foul on the aforementioned Straight, and that'll be Mohawk possession with 6:25 to go. Still up by 8. And get a full timeout called by Lindsey Bell and Mohawk with 6:20 in the contest, and Mohawk up 30-23. Mohawk trying to win what would be the 5th time this season. So we got 5:09 to go here, and Warriors are trying to hang on. Shenango possession here, down by 7. Lob inside, and Frank is fouled, so she will go back to the line to shoot 2 more. Fouls on McKenna Stewart of Mohawk. We'll have a quick Tri-County Principals Association post-game show for you after this is over. We'll get you set for the boys' game. Just scheduled to come your way at 7:30. It's probably going to be a little bit later than that. Pizzulo's runner is off the mark. And the rebound was momentarily controlled by DeFrank. Gotta get a foul. On Mohawk. That is on Magno. 3 fouls here for Mohawk in the quarter, 5 for Shenango. So Mohawk shooting the rest of the way, alone inside, and putting that one in is Straight, who's got 4. It's down to a 3-point lead. Pizzulo gave it up. She had a clear look at the bucket, but it's off Shenango and out of bounds. Stays with the Warriors with 3:56 to go as Lindsey Bell going to go to her bench and bring back Delaney Harmon. Magno will sit with the 4 fouls. Inbound, almost stolen away and then ripped away. Crawford, and she is tied up, hitting the deck, and the arrow is going to favor Shenango with 3:53 to play. And Pizzulo swipes the inbound. Off the glass, too strong. Rebound, Shenango. Tipped out of bounds, but it's off of Stewart. Shenango will have possession with 3:46 to go. Going right by that trap is DeFrank. DeFrank wraparound pass, trying to feed it to Farrell underneath, and it's out of bounds. Back to Mohawk with 3:38 to play. Pizzulo splits the double team, gets it up the floor. 3.5 to play. Still just a 3-point advantage for Mohawk as they are trying to wear some time here. Stewart. And poked away. Good steal by Farrell, who's all alone and lays it up and in. And Ella Farrell with a huge bucket and a timeout, a 30-second timeout called by Lindsey Bell and Mohawk with 2:46 to go. It's a Pontius Insurance timeout. Online at pontiusinsurance.com. Again, coming up next, the boys' game. Stay tuned. We'll take a break between games and then come back for our pregame show. And then we'll have coverage of the boys' game. Should be a pretty good contest tonight with Mohawk and Shenango boys. It is a busy stretch for the Mohawk boys as well. They have some work to do, but they are in a really good position right now. I think that, we haven't seen the best maybe of Mohawk yet. We maybe haven't seen the best of the Shannock boys yet. And almost a shame that we're not going to get those two battling it out. Of course, last year we had the fantastic series of games between the two sides. They met earlier this year. We had a charge on Pizzulo. So it's going to be Shenango ball once again with 2:41 to go, and the Wildcats can take the lead on this possession. Again, they're 0-5 in their section. This is a crossover between 2A and 3A teams here, but they've won just one game this season. Giving it up and underneath, straight attempt no good, but the rebound kept alive by Shenango. Out top of the circle, three-pointer is short by Farrell. It's out of bounds and back to Mohawk with 2:27 to play. Contact on the inbound as Mohawk gets it in. And all the way, Pizzullo. There is another foul underneath. This is going to be on Shenango with 2:21 to go. That is on straight. Big free throw. And both of them for Crawford. Huge free throws to make it a 3-point game. Down up top. Pizzullo trying to waste some time. Stolen away. And a foul. The Shenango ball with 1:46 to go. That's the 4th foul. Make that the 5th. So will be shots here for DeFrank. Frank misses the second. Rebound controlled for the moment by Mohawk, and somehow, some way, Stewart comes out of there. Stewart up by 2, might have gotten away with a travel. Magno, a lot of contact, no call, and then we get a travel called on Mohawk. So they'll flip it over with 1:30 to go, only up by 2, and it will be Shenango ball. All the way off the window is Farrell. She is fouled. That'll be 2 shots for Ella Farrell with 1:24 to play. Boys game next. Farrell's first one is in and out. Mayor Thomas is back in for Shenango. Mohawk boys off to the left here, eagerly waiting their opportunity to take the floor. Crowd will continue to file in as well. Both free throws missed. And we're going to jump ball. The arrow is going to point in the direction of Mohawk with 1:22 to play. And we get a foul. Looks like it's going to be on Farrell with 1:19 to go in the contest. That is going to put Mohawk on the line as a team, 55% on the season. Actually, we're going to say that foul is on Era Thomas. That's her 3rd. And Pizzullo calmly makes the first. Second off the mark. It's going to be back to Shenango. It is a 3-point lead, though, with 78 seconds to go in the contest. And a foul. That's going to be on Magno. That's going to be it for her. right at midcourt. Jade Harmon will be in for Magno. First free throw attempt is good by DeFrank. Second one rims out, and the rebound is controlled by Crawford. The arrow, though, on the jump ball going to favor Shenango, so they're going to have it here with 1:08 to go. Chance to tie or take the lead. DeFrank out to the corner for the tie. Off the side of the iron, towards the corner, and straight. Can't run it down. So 59 seconds left. It's going to be Mohawk ball. Zillow down the floor. And the foul on Farrell. Now that'll be her fourth. Free throw calmly made by Pizzullo. Second one in and out. Still just a three-point game, but Mohawk gets the rebound. Pizzullo holds on to it. And we're going to get a foul on Shenango. So McKenna Stewart will have a chance here. And that one in and out. This is a big free throw attempt. And the second one good. It's a big one. 4-point lead now with 35 seconds left. That three ball fired off the mark. DeFrank the rebound. No. Pizzullo pulls it in. And Mohawk can try to run it out here with 20 seconds left. Even off the miss with a 5-point lead, Stewart dribbling out of traffic, no need to foul, and they won't get one anyway, and Mohawk is going to hang on to win this tonight by a final of 36-31. Lady Warriors go to 5-11 overall. This again was not a section matchup, so the record in section 1 of 3A is going to stay at 3-6. For Shenango, they fall to 1-13 overall. This is their 11th straight loss. And again, because of the crossover, they will stay 0-5 in Section 1 of 2A. Quick post-game show for you here. Tri-County Principals Association post-game show. Some final numbers for you here from this one. Ella Farrell finished with 4, as did Straight. 5 for Naira Thomas 2 for Jenna Anzalone, 13 for Amara DeFrank, and that is all the scoring for Shenango. For Mohawk, Magnow fouled out with 4, 2 for Harmon, 5 for Reardon. A little late getting on the air tonight with some technical issues. The first quarter, though, controlled early on by Shenango, and then a couple of Bobby Fadden threes got Mohawk on track, and they actually went on a nice little 10-0 spurt, and they lead it by 10 right now. Fadden in the quarter with 8, 6 for Joey Nail, who's been on fire, and Vinny Pizzullo just hit a 3 right before the end of the quarter, so he finished with 5. It was a good start for Shenango as they shared the ball pretty well. Campoli with 2, George with 2, 5 for Gavin Bruce, and 2 for Jackson Proctor to bring it to a 10-point lead here at 23-13.
Yeah, fast-paced, up and down the court. Both these teams went. And Vinny Pizzullo, one of the unsung heroes. I mean, we know about Bobby Fadden, we know about Drew Rona. Joey Nail's making a name for himself, but Vinny Pizzullo averaging 7 points per game, kind of a 3-point sharpshooter, and you could kind of see they had that set up. Fadden being the first option naturally, but they weren't getting ready to set up Rona for a 3. It was Vinny Pizzullo, and he drained it to give them a 10-point lead at the end of 1.
Mohawks won 11 of its last 12. The lone loss in that stretch to Alec Quippa back on January 16th. And the other night, they held New Brighton to without a field goal, the final 11:06 of the game. That was last night, as a matter of fact. Fadden with 24 in that game. Every game that Mohawk has won this year, they've hit at least 60 points. And in 6 of those wins, they've gone over 70. They sit at 12-3 as Rona with the steal, and he will go coast to coast, or at least half the coast, and lay it in.
Yeah, half the coast right there, and that's because gets the half-court steal away, and then more pressure in the backcourt, just causing issues. And that one's last touched by Shenango, Eric. So the defensive pressure, something that Mohawk has really wanted to preach this year with Coach O'Lear, is really to intensify on defense first and foremost.
Shenango had won 3 of its last 4 until last night. They lost to Neshannock 58-47. They had a couple of close games against the upper echelon teams in their section. They sit right in the middle of the pack at 5-3, Section 1 of 2A. This is a cross-class matchup here tonight, 3A against 2A. As Fadden lets go a 3. He drains it and is fouled. Third made 3 of the half already for Fadden.
I'll tell you what, I mean, I've said it a few times on our broadcast this year. The number of 4-point play opportunities that I've seen this year is astronomical, but that one right there, a no-doubter, is he's falling away from the hoop already, but then ushered basically into the front row, and he does complete the 4-point play.
Fadden with now 38 made 3s this season. Mohawk as a team has 120 of them already as they will force the turnover again. And the other way, Pizzullo, the basket counts, and a foul for Vinny Pizzullo.
Yeah, tried to get back. Gavin Bruce, credit for trying to draw the charge, but he kind of slid in a little more right at the very end. Pizzullo, love that, going all the way in at it. And he's going to get an and 1, but another timeout called by Coach Ches here before that can happen. 31-13. This game, Eric, they've played this the last couple of years at this little cross classification, which is nice. I mean, Mohawk and Shenango haven't been in the same classification for a while, but still a chance to play. And last year, seeing with McQuiston playing against Fadden and Jay Rona, it was a really fun matchup to be able to get that. And that's all we're asking about. Wednesday night, what else are you going to do? We're going to come out and enjoy some county hoops for some pretty good players on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, certainly seeing a handful of them on display here tonight with these two teams. Fadden already in this game now with 12 points, averaging on the season 21, just over 21 a game. And we mentioned Shenango at 5-3 in Section 1 of 2A. Behind Union, Olsh, and Neshannock, and they have Union and Olsh coming up in 2 of their next 5 games. They've got Laurel on Friday night, that rivalry matchup, and then the next 4 after that, Union on Tuesday night, Riverside, Olsh, and Western Beaver to end January and start February. So if Shenango is going to make some moves here, they've got an opportunity, but they face 2 of the best teams in Section 1 coming up in their next 4 games. And those are going to be key matchups for them really to stay around that 500 mark and possibly make a playoff run.
Yeah, remember with 8 teams in that section, Eric, it is 5 that will then officially make it into the postseason, a new little wrinkle in the Wpial playoffs. Still not sure how I feel about that, but gives you a little more wiggle room at least if you're Shenango.
Other way, Shenango with it. Nice kick out. 3-pointer launch that time by Bruce is off the mark. Gets it right back. Fires another one. And Logan is fouled going up for the rebound. Yeah, they right now sit 5th, so they would hold the final spot. They're 2 games ahead of Southside Beavers, so really that becomes the big matchup for them, is to hold off Southside and to also get wins over Rochester, Laurel, and Western Beaver the rest of the way. They handle that business, they're probably going to be in pretty good shape.
Keep an eye on Laurel, though, because they just gave Union a heck of a game at home. Never easy playing, especially at Laurel. That's a team that will always play hard.
Ball movement. Logan will fire a 3 this time. That's off the mark, but there's Fadden to pick it up and roll it right home.
Right man, right spot, Bobby Fadden. Feels like you say that quite often, and 20-point advantage now.
Yeah, he is off to a fast start here tonight. Shenango came out swinging early in this game, and they were in front. All of a sudden, you look up, and it was tied at 8. And Mohawk was off and running, and they have controlled it since. That one poked away. Pizzulo stepping in front of it. Nice save attempt, but he throws it right to his own bench.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you said about the fast start for the Cats. They've done that so many times this year. The issue has been, can they sustain it? They were winning last night at halftime against Neshannock, but then shots just didn't fall in the 3rd and 4th quarter. That's unfortunately been the MO for Coach Brian Ches in his first year here with Shenango. I mean, a deep roster, 8 men from just the seniors playing here. They just need to find a way to play a full 32 minutes, and if so, that's a team I wouldn't want to be facing in opening round of playoffs.
For the bucket that time, and contact.
Cody Reamer has been getting some more minutes as of late. But to that point, as he makes the first free throw, Eric, is that, you know, with Shenango playing in a tough loss last night, Mohawk on the road playing in a mercy rule victory, you wondered how this game would begin. You know, can Shenango shrug it off knowing that, hey, it's a non-section game tonight, but it still means a whole heck of a lot and it's going to be a good tune-up for the rest of the season? And then how does Mohawk, are they rest versus rust type scenario then, how they come back and they come up swinging with 23 points in the first quarter. You talked about the points per game on the year. That was, I think, real crucial to get them off to a hot start. They weathered an early storm, and they're putting the ball in the hoop. That's what they've done all season long.
Mohawk's going to go out of state Saturday for its next matchup with South Range, Ohio, and then back into WPIL play Tuesday night with the showdown with Elwood City. His nail is all alone, and he lays it in.
Joey Nail, and then he gets the steal. Fadden to Rona right on the inbounds pass again, and 4 points in a matter of 3 seconds.
This is ballooned up to 38-15. Campoli, nice move to the bucket. His 3rd field goal of the half. Other way, quickly Logan, and he'll get called for a charge.
Yeah, good job to get to the right spot, Campoli, but go back to the play he made on the offensive end there, Eric, because he lost it once, twice, still was able to regather it, not travel with the basketball, put it off the window and in. On the other end, Joey Nail, though, I mean, talk about him, the junior, averaging 12 points a game. Coach O'Leary told me beginning of the year, he's a guy to keep your eye on. He's been playing real great, and look at that, right on cue, he makes a big defensive play, too, and that's where he said you're going to be most impressed with what he does on the defensive end of things.
Yeah, again, it's not a very big Mohawk team, much like we saw last year. Some of that size gone. They had Dante Retort last year they could bring in for some size, but for all intent and purposes, the big on this team is Nail. So he's going to draw a lot of tough matchups the rest of the season. Obviously, he'll get some of the post players for some bigger teams. Didn't really seem to rattle him last year. He held his own for the most part as Campoli drives and is fouled by Rona.
Yeah, good job on the head fake there. Got Rona up in the air. And then 2 free throw attempts now coming for Joe Campoli, averaging 17 points a game. He is the 6'1" senior. He's been the bright spot all year, really, Eric, for this Shenango team. The issue for them has been the consistency in that 2nd and 3rd scoring. I mean, they've had great players out there putting the points up there. You mentioned well, I mean, it's cold out there, Burr and Burr with Gavin Bruce and Braden George, but you throw in Tegan Russo off the bench. The question is, can they get that consistently from multiple players in each one of these games? That's where they've been lacking this year.
Short on both. Rebound control by Fadden.
70% free throw shooter. Shocking there.
Rhoda for 3. Got it. First made 3 of the night for Drew Rona, and he's got 7 in the quarter. It's 41-17. There is Russo, the freshman, averaging 6 a game. He's been a nice addition off the bench. Deep 3 that time by Campoli off the mark. And a foul in the backcourt by Jason Williams. You're going to get now, obviously, Shenango chasing the points here, down 41-17. Just got away from him pretty quick.
At this point right now, I mean, in all honesty, you know, if you're Coach Ches and the staff, you're looking, hey, I just want to see you guys play hard, play your game. Let's, you know, I want to say treat it like a scrimmage the rest of the way here, but in all essence, you're kind of doing that. You want to figure out exactly some things to try out, see how they work. You know, it's a non-section game. It doesn't kill you in terms of the playoff picture. You just got to make sure you can figure out what you can for those big section games you talked about coming down late.
There's Nail once again. Good feed from Rona for 2 more for Nail, who's got himself 10 in the first half.
Timeout going to be called from the bench. It's Campoli frustrated. He lost his footing there, Eric. But that play right there, I mean, just to dissect that one a little bit, I mean, that's a block-to-block screen to get your big man wide open. Again, your big man only at 6'2", but Joey Nail, knowing the space, I think that's what I've been most impressed with Mohawk over the last 3 or 4 years under Coach Olaire, is how effective they have been at spacing the floor and knowing where everybody is. Previous possession, Fadden drives, gets to the foul line. It was almost a no-look handoff back to Drew Rona to hit that three-pointer. They just know where they're going to be in the sequence. They're so well coached, so well disciplined, and that's why, I mean, throw that Aliquippa game out the window right now, because that rematch against the Quips is going to be very telling. And oh, by the way, that's an Aliquippa team that's still one of, if not the top-ranked team in Class 3A in the state.
Yeah, Aliquippa pretty much taking on all comers. They did have a matchup with Amani. Made some waves on social media over the weekend. Ugly incident during that game, but they appear set to defend not only the WPIL title, but the PIAA one as well. But they step up in class this year, and they are in with Mohawk here in the section of 3A in the WPIL.
Yeah, you lose Neshannock from your section schedule, and oh, hey, here, take Aliquippa instead.
Kind of imagine, too, a lot of those guys that play both sports, football and basketball, are going to be hungry for another gold medal after they didn't have a chance to repeat as WPIL champs. That's off Mohawk. They'll stay with Shenango with 3:32 to go in the half.
That first time they didn't play in a WPIL championship in, what, 16 years, something like that?
Campoli will take the deep 3. Flings off the glass. Nail diving towards the end line, but he's out of bounds.
That's the other thing you see from this team, just all effort. I mean, look, you're winning by 26, and you still have one of your top players jumping and diving all over the floor trying to get the rebound before it goes out of bounds. Tanner Platt's going to enter for the first time tonight now for Mohawk, and I think this is also a good chance, you know, for both teams, but Mohawk especially too, to work in a little bit deeper in your bench. They normally go about 7, maybe 8 deep typically, but hey, get a chance to mix in. You never know when foul trouble can become an issue. Let's play with it, and Platt part of getting that 5-second violation.
Another Wildcats turnover here with 3:26 to go in the half. Mohawk trying to sweep here tonight. Girls won close one over Shenango to start the night. Boys are well on their way here, up 43-17 with just over 3 to go in the half. Platts trying to feed Nail, can't hang on to it, and then does right dangerously near the sideline. Then he's stripped. As that taken away by Bruce. The other way, up the floor, Williams, nice land.
How about that? The two smallest guys on the court, 5'5" Russo to 5'7" Williams for the bucket in amongst the trees.
Fadden trying to feed that on the baseline, but that's going to go back to Shenango with 2:51 to go in the half.
Coming back to half, we will have our UPMC halftime show. Big shout out to UPMC Orthopedic Care.
or joining the crew. Visit them online, upmc.com, to find a doctor near you.
Three ball fired near side. That's Russo. That's off the mark. Does have 24 made threes this season for the freshman. Good start to his 4-year campaign. Pizzulo for three the other way, and he gets it.
He's now got 26 on the year. Does Vinny Pizzulo.
And this is inching its way towards a 30-point margin. Sitting right now at 27 with 2:10 to go in the half. Good crowd on hand, visiting side, filled near capacity. Across the way, that one fed across the lane and tapped by Nail. Here comes Fadden the other way. One-handed layup is good.
Kind of using the off arm as kind of as a little extra buffer. You got it to reach through and to be able to get to that block, and no chance you're getting the Fadden. That was 16.
Russo up ahead. Weaving his way through the defense. On the drive, and a good take to the bucket is Bruce for his third field goal tonight.
Yeah, Bruce, I love the way he plays. Again, just want to see consistently a couple games where he hasn't been able to get on the scoreboard. And wearing that knee brace, you still wonder if at times it's hobbling him or not, but I love the way he plays. Hard-nosed all the time.
That one poked away, and the other way, here comes Proctor. Can't connect, and Fadden, or rather Peters trailing the play, pulls it in.
Yeah, good job hustling all the way back after losing possession. Fadden didn't give up on the play and made it tough for Jackson Proctor to be able to get through and get that ball. This should be Shenango basketball. And I'll tell you what, Tegan Russo remind you a little bit of Scoop Smith we saw last night, except not as much on the inside game, but the ball handling for sure. Really impressed with this freshman.
Deep three launched by Bruce that time. No good. And here comes Mohawk the other way. 60 seconds to go in the half.
Not sure you're going to see Tegan Russo returning 100-yard kickoffs for touchdowns, though.
Yeah, that performance last night by Scoop Smith was something. It's Woodland Hills, a big win over Newcastle. 6A boys basketball. Hurricanes have another big one coming up on Friday night with Butler.
Tell you what, we were at the Newcastle girls game. They lost 51-24, but they were still talking about that kid, Scoop Smith, there before that girls game tonight, still talking about the performance that the Woody High kid put out there.
Mohawk content to sit on this 27-point lead for now. Maybe hold for the last shot as Platts drives, and he is fouled. Actually, we're going to get a timeout called by Mohawk with 14 ticks to go in the half. Pontius Insurance timeout. Visit them online at pontiusinsurance.com for more information.
1 week from tonight, we'll also have our Penn Ohio Bottled Water podcast, Beyond the Scoreboard, as we'll get you basically getting out of the stretch run at that point. So we'll look at the playoff scenarios, a couple of big games that are going to be coming up there. Big thanks to Coach Ches and Penn Ohio Bottled Water. Give them a call for delivery of your 3 or 5 gallon water cooler system. Stay refreshed by enjoying hot or cold water at the click of a button with their bottom loading water cooler options. Again, yeah, top 5 teams are going to make the playoffs for both of these schools' sections. I don't know how I feel about that, though, Eric. I mean, it does get more teams in, and there are times that 5th-place team that's been left out before has been a real dandy, but you don't want to water down the brackets too much, which I think you might in some sections, but I think getting 5 out of both of these sections is huge.
Back door to Fadden. Has to retrieve out to the arc to get it. Now Rona. Fadden alone. Head fake. Good fake by Bobby. Gets a clean 3 off, but missed it. And last-ditch effort at the half, and we're going to get a foul. Pizzulo going to the bucket, so it looks like we're going to get untimed free throws here to close the half.
I think they might put some time back on the clock. Yep, they saw it at 0.3 seconds back on the clock. Not that you can do anything with 0.3 other than tip it, but I guess that means Mohawk could tip on a miss. But good job, Pizzulo. Didn't stop. Fought to the end and was able to get the rebound and get himself another trip to the line.
Pizzulo on the season, 59%, but he's having himself a good first half, makes the first.
So 4 players in double digits here in the first half, if my math is correct here, Eric, from Mohawk.
We mentioned 60 points in every win. I think they're pretty well Going to eclipse that mark tonight as the half will come to a close. Good start by Shenango, but then from that point on, all home side Mohawk here as they lead it 50-21 at the half. We'll have the UPMC halftime show coming up next for you here from Mohawk High School on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
Congratulations to our December LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Laurel Wrestling as the December LCAP Team of the Month after their 13-2 start to the season. Congratulations to Coach Kevin Carmichael and the Laurel Wrestling team, our December LCAP Team of the Month. Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Union's Lucas Stanley as a December Red Zone Male Athlete of the Month for scoring his 1,000th career point in the season opener. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Union's Kylie Christopher and Newcastle's Rihanna Boyce as the December Female Athletes of the Month, with both seniors also eclipsing their 1,000 career point mark. Congratulations and best of the luck to 1,000 point scorers Rihanna Boyce, Kylie Christopher, and Lucas Stanley, the December Red Zone Athletes of the Month.
Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
Cold winds blowing, temperatures dropping, and snow is beginning to fall. And then your furnace goes out. LCAP's LIHEAT Crisis Program is here to help. If your furnace is blowing cold air, not turning on, or not reaching the desired temperature, help is right around the corner, whether it needs fixed or replaced. For information, call the Department of Healthy Homes at 724-656-0090. LCAP's Healthy Home programs are the key to safer living.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Hey Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my Axe driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Madure and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenia Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
All right, here we go.
Halftime here at Mohawk High School. It's the Warriors in front of Shenango 50-21 as they control the first half from about the 3-minute mark. Gone in the first quarter the rest of the way for Shenango in the first half. Our scoring summary recap. Gavin Bruce with 7, 6 for Joey Campoli, 2 apiece for Jason Williams, Braden George, Jackson Proctor, and Cody Reamer off the bench. Taken Russo played in the first half but did not score for Shenango. For Mohawk, they were led in the first half by Bobby Fadden with 16, 13 for Vinny Pizzulo, 10 for Joey Nail, 7 for Drew Rona, and 4 for Blake Logan. Jackson Peters played in the first half but did not register a point, as did Tanner Platt. That's a look at our scoring summary brought to you by Gem Builders. Online at gembuilders.com for more information. Now, I mean, really no other way to put it. 1 point away from the mercy rule here for Mohawk. It's going to be a quick night.
Yeah, really it is. And, I mean, that's what they can do when they're at the top of their game. And, again, it's not – you hear about Bobby Fadden all the time, obviously. He's a 1,000-point scorer as a sophomore now in his junior year, keeps climbing up their ladders. I think he's already in the top 30 of scorers in Lawrence County history, and he still has a year and a half to go in his career. You know, you've been hearing about Drew Rona coming out lights on fire during the playoffs last year, knew he was going to be a big packed part of this year. Joey Nail doing his thing. But you look at what Vinny Pizzulo has done in the first half here, 13 points for him. Again, just sharp shooting from the outside. When you get a team like this, again, they space the ball so well, Eric. They know where to go, know where each other are, and you know they run their sets extremely well. And I think what's been most impressive in the couple of games that I've gotten a chance to see them this year is the fact that they do it on the defensive end as well. Yes, they can score the ball, but they do a good job with the pressure. You've seen it here tonight using that full court or three-quarter court pressure to cause some turnovers as well, and getting a couple of backcourt steals and basically back-to-back buckets as a result. Kind of reminiscent, honestly, the way their defense is playing of Newcastle from about 7-8 years ago in the Marcus Hooker age, just of in-your-face 20-plus turnovers forced per game. Again, the big one coming up is going to be against Aliquippa for them. We'll see how they do when Aliquippa comes here. Obviously, they lost big down against the Quips, but here's the point that I think Coach Allaire has made. I don't know if he's made it publicly at all or if he's said it to his team at all, but in essence, you're expecting that that's going to be a matchup you're probably going to see 3, maybe even 4 times between Mohawk and the Quips, the way that this season is looking and how everything's playing out in 3A. So, these non-section games coming out strong and doing your job, and again, trying maybe a little bit of a different press tonight against Shenango just to see what it looks like in real action. Those are the kind of keys, and that's what you're really trying to do in these games more than anything.
That game is February 4th. So we got a couple weeks yet until they rematch for the second and final time in the regular season. Anything else would come your way in the Wpial tournament, which will get underway in mid to late February. And then we're on to the state tournament. Don't forget the state finals this year, a week later. They're actually the last weekend in March, the latest they've ever been because of a scheduling conflict with the Giants Center. So there's going to be that week off between the semis and the finals, which, I mean, personally, I am a fan of, not for the reason why they're doing it this year, but it's going to be a long season for it seems like football season was over pretty quick, and then basketball season is going to drag almost into the month of April.
Because this was also the earliest they had a basketball season too, right? You had tip-off tournaments the day after Thanksgiving this year.
Day after Thanksgiving this year, so it's going to run all the way from the end of November until the end of March this year. So maybe we'll see the Quips and the Warriors match up 2 more times potentially down the line. We'll see, but game number 2 between those two, which probably is going to decide the section, at least if Mohawk defeats Elwood City next week, is going to come your way on February 4th. So they've got Elwood City Tuesday and then Beaver Falls sandwiched in between the matchups with Elwood City and Aliquippa. So that'll be an interesting 3-game stretch for this Mohawk side beginning next week.
Yeah, we'll be here for that Elwood City game next week. And I don't know, you busy on February 4th, Eric?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know where I want to be that night. That is for sure.
Yeah, I think the boss can make that happen. That wraps up your UPMC halftime show. Give them a call at 724-983-7000 to schedule an appointment at any of the 4 Lawrence County locations.
So here we go, the start of the third quarter. 1 more point is going to put this game in the mercy rolls. Nail inside from Fadden, missed a little runner and tapped it out of bounds. Back to Shenango with 7:46 to go in the third. They're actually going to get Nail over the back for a foul. 30 points and the running clock is the mercy rule. And again, we're 1 away from that. Mike O'Leary's got to feel pretty good about where his team is at this year. A lot of questions maybe about this team because of the graduation losses. You had Jay Rona leaving, but this core, this is a, dare we say, generational group of players, as that's off of Mohawk. It'll stay with Shenango. I mean, Logan, Fadden, Nail, Drew Rona, all these guys, you know, there's so many young players on the football team this season too. I mean, there is a run for all these sports here that is still going to go. As Logan off the steal, the little hesitation, and he lays it in, and we are in the mercy rule.
Yeah, that started a little miscommunication on the Shenango end of things, but you absolutely said it perfectly, Eric, in terms of the generational talent of these last probably 5 or 6 years at Mohawk. It's been insane.
Pizzulo all the way, great take, and he lays it in. Vinny Pizzulo having a great night with 15.
Working himself towards maybe getting a T-shirt at the end of the night.
And he steps right in front of that one, and he puts it in again. And a quick timeout going to be called by Shenango with 6:57 to go in the third. And it's 56-21.
About a career high 17 points now for Vinny Pizzulo on the evening here, Eric. And I mean, yeah, it's that right there too, though. It's not just the offense, it's the defense turning into offense. And that's, you know, as good as that Mohawk team was last year, I think sometimes that's where they may have had some struggles was on the defensive end. I have not seen many chinks in the armor on the defensive end, again, other than that game against Aliquippa. And if you play a half-decent game against Aliquippa, you're still probably allowing 60 to 70 points. So that's definitely the one that's going to be circled. But I like, you know, how Coach O'Leary's been going. 1 game at a time. We know we're going to see them twice, maybe 3, maybe even 4 times. At the same time, now on the other side, if you're Coach Chez and Shenango, yeah, clock's running the rest of the way. There's still a lot that you're going to learn about this team here in the next 10 to 12 minutes of game time that they're going to need, because again, they're right in the heart of a playoff run. They've played a lot of close games that have not gone their way down the stretch. They need to find ways to play hard and finish these kind of games. Again, even with the scoreline as it is, you still want to see your team play hard for a full 32 minutes.
Yeah, Olsh they lost to in overtime, and then Neshannock last night in a close one. Inside, good lay-in by Proctor.
And that's Jackson Proctor getting his second bucket.
Nail the other way, out to Rona, and he traveled.
Yeah, kind of regathered, and that's why he gets nailed with the travel. I mean, yeah, if you had told me that this Mohawk team was going to be this good this year after you lose the Hopper twins along with Jay Rona, Dante Retort, you lose that team. Justin Boston as a good role player off the bench. You lose all those guys. Yeah, you bring back a generational scorer in Bobby Fadden. Probably will end up being the program's all-time leading scorer, but still impressive the way this team has played right from the get-go this year.
Deep 3 off the mark, tough rebound. Russo. And Williams steps up, he'll take the 3, that's short. to the corner, and Fadden will let that go out of bounds. Back to Mohawk as the clock winds down to 5:50, and again, it'll run now the rest of the way as we are in the Mercy Rule. Yeah, the Hoppers, remember how big they were down the stretch last year and into the postseason. They just ran into a buzzsaw in Girard in the state tournament, but it was a great run. And for guys like this to get a run like that, you know, Drew Rona and Fadden, Nail, Logan, Peters, Pizzulo, those guys, to get a run like that last year to the state quarters.
Now, speaking of the Hoppers, got to give a shout out to Mason Hopper, and if he's tuned in, we wish him all the best in recovery. A freak medical emergency over the summer. I mean, talk about 18-year-olds having strokes. It's not something you want to hear, but he's supposedly in good spirits, and we wish him the best of health the rest of the way. Hope to see him back on a ball field somewhere.
Lob underneath, and the kick out. Russo open three. Got it.
And that's what he does so well. You mentioned it. Now 25 threes on the year. Pop quiz, how many two-pointers has he made this year?
I believe 1 or 2, right?
1, yep.
Man.
That's what he does, though. He makes the outside shot. And how about this? Proctor getting some work defensively. The last touched by Proctor. But, you know, look at Ralphie Blundo, who just hit the 1,000-point mark. That's what his freshman and sophomore years were, almost entirely outside the arc. Now he's become a full interior player as well, and I think you're going to see the same with Russo, especially if, you know, hopefully grows from that 5'5" frame.
Fadden the other way. Nice pass underneath for Logan, but Fadden gets the rebound. Has that swatted, gets it again. Try to dish it out to Drew, gets it away. Deep three, in and out. Fadden again alters the rebound. Russo's there to pull it in, but no, Rona takes it right back. Drew skip pass across. Pizzulo open for three, and it's good.
And you got a feel for Shenango on that one, though, too. They did everything right about 5 different times. A block from Reamer, a block, I believe, from Sam Patton in there as well. Just could not secure the rebound the rest of the way out. And finally, a 3-ball nailed.
Mohawk has hit the magic number of 60. It's 61-26. It's off of Mohawk, stays on the Shenango end.
Yeah, say that stat again there, Eric.
Yeah, they have not won a game this season in which they've scored under 60. So all 12 of their wins, they've scored over 60 or more. And in 6 of those, they've scored 70-plus. It looks like it's probably going to be a 7th time for that 70-point barrier here tonight. Driving, Peters is stripped. Proctor, I beg your pardon, is stripped.
That's now, here comes the age-old question. I mean, this is a great tune-up, and especially when Mohawk didn't play a full game last night because of the mercy rule. How long do you keep your main rotation in the game? You want them to stay healthy, obviously, but you also want to keep them in shape to, like, they got to play a full 32 minutes. So, and that's always the tough question to have to answer as a coach.
And they'll go out of state on Saturday to take on South Range, Ohio, as Proctor gets the roll. He's got 4 in the quarter. Rona, and out to Pizzulo once again for 3. That one's short, but Drew Rona's there for the putback. Drew having a strong quarter. He's got 4 in the quarter, 11 to place him among double figures. 4 players now in double figures for Mohawk with 3.5 to go in the quarter. Russo, deep 3 again, got another one. And he is going to be a player to watch the next couple of years. Open 3 for Drew, and that one's going to rim out. Nail over the back will go the other way.
Yeah, he will be a fun player to watch. Again, you hope that he can sprout up a little bit, but I mean, he's got the great shot. That's why, you know, not very often do you see a player listed at 5'5" getting playing time, especially as a freshman. He's going to continue to keep on getting better and better, and that's all you can ask for. Same here with this sophomore, Jason Williams. He's going to keep getting better and better. You sprout up, you know, kind of like a Duthero. You know all about him now playing at Kentucky and following him down to Arkansas, following Coach Cal.
There's another 3 by Russo. He's fouled by Pizzulo, so the freshman will go to the line for 3. You actually saw, you mentioned Thero, saw him in high school and did not think he would even be a fit on a Division I program. And then all of a sudden he just explodes, and he was a big-time get for John Calipari, who, of course, is from Pittsburgh, played his college ball up the road at Clarion.
Skarchewski came in on the last made bucket. Now Nico DeSalvo in for the first time. And funny you say that because, you know, with Tim Continenza and I following the Canes over the last few years, we saw Thero literally grow up in those matchups between Quaker Valley and Newcastle, and he looked kind of like a Jason Williams as a freshman. He was listed at 5'7". Then all of a sudden by his senior year, he's 6'4". Like, wait, what happened?
Rona into the corner, Nail for three. Rolls off the side of the rim, rebound, tap back out. Fadden will reset back to Nail, drives in. Nice layup for Joey Nail.
I mean, yeah, Nail's got 4 3-pointers on the year, but that's more his game right there, slashing right to the hoop.
Fadden going to get called for the foul just over midcourt.
And that's going to be the 5th team foul, so going to the line will be Jason Williams. But I kind of like what you're seeing from Coach Ches and his squad right now. He's going and working in some of the younger players with some of the older guys as well, but then also mixing in a full younger lineup. Like, look, I know you got 8 seniors on the team. You got to do what's going to be best for them for this year and what's going to be best for the team this year, but you're also kind of using this as a chance to give your your underclassmen some work against a tough upperclassman opponent. Give them some work for the future.
Good on both for Williams.
And by future could mean later this year.
Oh, what a cross by Fadden. Williams spills on the floor. Pizzullo, nice move around Williams. Then Williams recovers to get the rebound.
Yes, recovers. Big recovery.
There's the lob. That one too strong that time. Reamer had to corral it. Gets it right back. Short on the 3, and the rebound by Pizzullo. Assuming here 90 seconds to go, we may see changes here for Mohawk in the 4th as Fadden drives. Good take by Bobby Fadden, who lays it in for his first bucket of the second half.
Yeah, a quiet 18 points from Bobby Fadden.
Almost doubling up Shenango here is Mohawk with 70 seconds to go in the quarter. Russo, another 3 attempt. That went off the back iron. Logan to the corner. And off the Fadden back to Logan with 1 minute to go. There's Drew Rona down the floor, hands it off Logan. Now Fadden once again. Rona, Nail. Oh, and almost had that kicked away, but Logan is there to save it. Drew shoves off the defender. And reset the 5-second count. Now Drew's going to have to get rid of it. And we're going to timeout called by Mike O'Lear with 27 ticks to go in the 3rd. It's a Pontius Insurance timeout, 30-second variety. Make sure you check out the best rates and information on how to contact an agent with Pontius Insurance online at pontiusinsurance.com.
You talked about Bobby Fadden. Now, yes, ranked 30th all-time coming into tonight. And how about this? The performance last night against New Brighton actually moved him past cousin J. Michael Rona on the Mohawk all-time leading scorers list. So shout out to Jay. I saw him in the crowd tonight as well, enjoying the show. And talk about that, too. What a nice crowd this is. Again, a non-section game on a non-game night. Your typical Tuesday, Friday for the boys, typical Monday, Thursday for the girls. You get this boys-girls doubleheader. Again, I just like it as a way to get both communities out to support their teams. And, a lot of the girls fans who probably don't get to many of the guys' games, and same vice versa. This is just really awesome to be able to see these kind of games happen. We need more of these. We talked about it last night, Eric. We need more of these kind of scenarios of the boy-girl doubleheaders.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. It's a good event to put them both together. We need more of those on the weekend, too. Draw some crowds for some of the weekend. We need more weekend basketball as it is anyway.
So what you're saying is we need to organize some kind of LC SportsNet tournaments next year? Is that what you're telling me?
Possible. I think we need to get some more showcase events on the western side of the state, and so many on the eastern side. Down in Philly, there was a big one in York over Martin Luther King weekend. actually lasted 4 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Inside nail. That's stolen away as Russo has it. Gonna have to fire it and couldn't get a shot off to close the third quarter. It's been all Mohawk here through 3 tonight as they lead it 67-35 after 3 quarters of play. Back with the fourth quarter after this on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at medorebonnerlaw.com for more information.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
And back here at Mohawk High School, Eric Thomas and James Dotson with you as Mohawk continues to roll tonight. 67-35. We were talking right before the break about the all-time leading scorers and where Bobby Fadden stands. And you just looked this up. He might actually have a chance here this season to put his name on the top of the list.
Yeah, coming in tonight, he has a 14-17. The number is 1661, and that's for Tim Glass, as Joe Nail gets a block down low defensively. So Timmy Glass was 1661. So that means 250 more points this year for Fadden, which is certainly not out of the question.
You assume they get through the WPIL tournament and qualify for the states again. And a good strip by Fadden, but recovery on the other end. Here comes Pizzula the other way, lobs it down the floor to Drew. And he was fouled right on the baseline.
Yeah,
so
if he keeps his current average of 21 per game, that's another 11 games that he would be able to get there. He will almost certainly get past number 2, which would be Uncle Bobby Fadden, who is currently ranked number 2 on the Mohawk all-time scoring ranks at 1586. So he needs about another 150 points to pass Brian, former coach at Union for girls basketball, teacher and now principal at Burgettstown, actually.
Well, tonight's going to be done here now as the starters take a seat for Mohawk. So Fadden appears to be done tonight with 18 points to lead Mohawk.
Messing up the average, Coach.
Well, you have to figure there's, 7 games, 8 games left in this regular season. As Reamer the other way, the one-handed dunk. Highlight there for Shenango. You figure 7 more, there's 7 more regular season games or 6 more regular season games. And then, or is there 7? They've played, coming in tonight, 15, so there would be 6 more. I think your 21's the
22 officially,
22,
yeah.
so there could be 6 more after tonight. 6 more after tonight. This will be the 16th game they've played this season. So 6 more, and then, you figure they're going to get through WPIL round 1, if not have a bye somewhere, maybe.
Yeah, it depends how that bracket works out, but there'll be more than 16 teams in the playoffs. So.
Yeah, for sure. And they could be a top 4 seed. They keep going this direction, so maybe they get a bye. But then you figure if you're into the quarters and the semis, and then even a consolation game would guarantee you 2 more games. So he has a shot. He needs 11 at that average. I mean, they're going to play minimum, you would think, 10 more. And he's probably going to have a 30-point or a 40-point night somewhere. I'd be stunned if he doesn't.
Pass Stratton getting the bucket there in a little give and go.
First points of the night, first appearance of the night for Stratton.
Up and down the call there. You also got Talon Swanson in for the first time for the Warriors.
We haven't seen Fadden, and it's not because of, any drop-off in his play, but the way the games have gone in some of these teams around them, there is no Joe Roth at Elwood, so you're not going to get a 40 50 battle like we had
Oh, my
last year.
goodness.
It's a different style now in which they don't necessarily need him to do it, but he's going to have a night down the stretch, where he is red hot as Russo fires another 3 and drains it.
And that is crazy to say that, you get older and we don't need you to be scoring as much this year because of the more wide variety of scorers they have. Not that last year's team didn't have scorers, but you just have a wide variety of more pure scorers. Is that a fair way to put it there, Eric?
Yeah, and then, they no battle with Neshannock this year. There was, 4 of them last year, 3 of them last year. So those games were down to the wire both times. We mentioned Roth at Elwood City. Elwood City's still good, but, I don't think you're going to see the duel like we had last year between those two sides next week. That's almost saved by Williams, but it will go back to Neshannock, or rather to Shenango. So just really depending on how deep of a run they make, and this team's showing that they have the potential. As Coach Chez is going to call a timeout with 3:26 left. They're showing that they have the potential to make a deep run. This is a Pontius Insurance timeout online at pontiusinsurance.com.
Yeah, I mean, no offense to Aaron Lake. He's averaging a double-double, but his double-double is like 18 and 12, not 28 and 20, or whatever the heck Roth was averaging at one point last year. That game against Elwood is still going to be a tough one. Again, 2 county teams going at it. They remember the games that they played against each other the last couple of years, real big ones come playoff time. This is a fun Mohawk team that has the 3 or 4 scorers that are being more consistent. You can say the same with Newcastle. Ralphie Blundo doesn't need to be putting up 22 points tonight because you have Harrison who's joining as a bigger scorer, and by the way, a freshman named Kai Cox. Those are the things that are, I think, really fun to see. Even you can kind of say the same with Neshannock, what they have in Class 2A, because Talon Anderton has not shot the ball well this year, but he hasn't needed to because Davey Quad's having a great year, and Tony Parada being back is just a great asset that they didn't have on the interior from a year ago. So, I kind of like that. As you get older, you're part of a program, and to get a junior or senior to say, oh, wait, I don't need to be scoring as much, and buying into that process, that's an incredible player right there if you can get somebody to do that.
Yeah, I think that, and I said this last night during our game at Newcastle, I don't think we've seen the best out of that Neshannock team this season. I wonder what they're going to be like down the stretch, because they're going to have a big game with Olsh yet. They're going to have another game with Union yet. Good take all the way by Platt. First field goal of the night for Tanner Platt, the sophomore.
Yeah, we'll have that game, the rematch there at the Cavelli Fieldhouse. That'll be Union senior night as well. So, that's going to be a jam-packed gymnasium.
Might Fadden get one of those hot nights when they play Aliquippa the second time? Who knows? But
probably going to need that. As Braden Radsminski now checking into the contest.
Yeah, I would highly suggest if you're attending that game on the 4th, get here early. And I would also tell you that if you're worried about the crowd, you can watch us.
Yes. Well, one of the things I got to say this, I love Coach O'Leary, and I absolutely love Athletic Director Matthew Laporte, because some schools, especially in games that you should be getting a big crowd, they might actually say, don't come. We want to make sure we have the good ticket sales for a game like that. They are the first ones to say. I remember the first game here, Mohawk Neshannock last year, where Coach O'Leary after the game came up to me and said, yeah, your video stream really prevented 1,200 people from coming into this gym tonight. I said, yeah, you're right. We probably kept it from being a sellout by about the 5 that stayed home to watch at home. You know what? If you're missing that 5 ticket sales, maybe I'll have LCAP CEO Tom Scott cut you a check for that $50 you lost. But that's the point of it, though, is that big games are going to draw the crowds, and we're glad that we can help for people who are watching from out of state. We have people at the Newcastle game tonight that were watching from Florida for the Newcastle girls game tonight. So that's what it's really all about, is giving a chance for not only locals, Western Pennsylvania, but for all over the country to be able to watch their home schools.
Down to the final 70 seconds here in this one. It's a 31-point lead, and they did Mohawk hit that 70-point barrier, as you see. Yeah, those games last year with the Shenango were so memorable, and the playoff game here, the consolation game here, I mean, you can't tell me that even though those teams knew they were in the state tournament, you know, at that point you're just playing for a seed, but that played out like it was do or die for both teams, and all three of those matchups were fantastic. Thought we might get a fourth, but we ended up getting Elwood City and Mohawk for a third time too, and that was equally as good.
I mean, it ended up meaning something, though, too, because the Shenango had to go up and travel to Franklin for the first round, and Mohawk also had to travel, but a relatively easier game against Montauk for the first round. So, I mean, every game definitely mattered.
That Franklin team had the look of a state championship team. So did Girard that Mohawk ran into. It's going to be a little bit different of a bracket this season, but time's going to wind down here. And really, the difference in this game was that first quarter and the way that Mohawk was able to get through the early salvo by Shenango as they win it tonight by 31, 71-40. We'll collect some final numbers here for you. Come back with our Tri-County Principals Association postgame show. We'll give out the awards as well. That all comes your way next on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossatelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information. Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shenango for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Right now, someone very special needs your help. This is Jack Lynn, CEO of City Rescue Mission. No one is beyond God's love and care. One person's life can affect another. Though you may never meet this person, you can make a difference in his or her life. Hurting men and women in our community desperately need food, shelter, and physical and spiritual care. Some are struggling with abuse and addiction. They feel alone, unloved, and forgotten. Individual, caring people provide their hope. You can help change the lives of men, women, and children. Visit cityrescuemission.org and help us today.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Congratulations to our November LCAP team.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day? You guys ready?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
Tri-County Principals Association post-game show here from Mohawk High School as the Warriors win it tonight 71-40. Mohawk improves to 13-3 overall. Shenango falls to 7-8 overall. This was a non-section game tonight. Crossover between Class 3A and 2A, so nothing affected in the standings for either team as far as the section goes. Let's run down the final scoring numbers for you. Brought to you by Gem Builders, online at gembuilders.com. It was Tegan Russo who ends up leading Shenango tonight with 11. 6 for Joey Campoli, 7 for Gavin Bruce, 6 for Jackson Proctor, 4 apiece for Cody Reamer and Jason Williams, and Braden George finished with 2. For Russo tonight, 3 3-pointers on the night, giving him 27 on the season. For Mohawk, they were led by a career-high night by Vinny Pizzulo, 20 points for the junior, 18 for Bobby Fadden, 12 for Joey Nail, 11 for Drew Rona, 6 for Blake Logan, and 2 apiece for Tanner Platt and Cash Stratton. And it all adds up to a 71-40 win for the Warriors, who are back in action on Saturday as they hit the road, take on South Range, Ohio, and then we're back here Tuesday night when they take on Elwood City. That's going to be a matchup of the second and third place teams in the section behind Aliquippa, and important, obviously, for Elwood City, sitting third. They obviously want to stay in the top 4, but for Mohawk to have a chance at the section title, they're going to need to win that game and then beat winless Beaver Falls before they get the second go against Aliquippa.
Yeah, absolutely, and that, I mean, it ended up being a 20-point game in the end, but that was not a 20-point performance difference in the game. Mohawk kind of pulling away later in that contest, and you know that they're going to be out for blood when they come back here for game 2 to really put the stamp on it that, yeah, we are for sure in the top 2 in this section, and it is us and the Quips as the top dogs, and that's going to be a fun fight, but a good fight shown tonight by this Mohawk team. Again, they weathered an early storm here, Eric, an early flurry of points from Shenango, but then Mohawk doing what they do best of putting points on the board and getting turnovers, leading to easy buckets as well.
Shenango next up Friday night, a big one with Laurel, as they'll be 8-7 or 7-8 in that game. Laurel at 8-9. So as far as records go, big game, but also from Shenango's perspective, they get a win, they go to 6-3 in the section. Again, 5 out of this section are going to make it, but that's a big game because Laurel needs a win. That's obviously a rival, big-time rivalry. And then Tuesday night, they are back at it against Union. So they have a chance maybe for an upset. They were close the last time they played Union, so maybe the second go for Shenango, this young Shenango team, is going to be what they need.
Yeah, and it's not easy going and playing a hard-nosed Laurel team when Coach Locke has there at Laurel. But you know Coach Shez in his first year is going to have them prepared to go. And he's going to be saying all day tomorrow, I guarantee it, of, hey, don't look at what that scoreboard was, because I also got to remember that Laurel was without Jaden Iorio for a majority of that game too, Eric. So completely different team coming up for sure.
Let's hand out some awards here tonight, and then we'll get on out of here. The Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game Award is going to go to Bobby Fadden, who hit that 4-point play early in the first half. That was in the second quarter, actually, where he hit the 4-point play. And Melee Chiropractic is proud to present the Play of the Game Award to Bobby Fadden of Mohawk. Melee Chiropractic and the Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor Fadden for tonight's Play of the Game. He's going to get a customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of tonight's Play of the Game. Video of tonight's Play of the Game may also be featured on the Trib Live High School Sports Network's standout platform on X and Instagram to view tonight's Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game. And the full list of this season's top plays. Go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on Play of the Game. Congratulations to Bobby Fadden for tonight's Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game. Our final award tonight, the MVP Insurance MVP of the Game Award. MVP Insurance is proud to present the MVP of the Game Award to Vinny Pizzulio of Mohawk for a career-high 20 points tonight. MVP Insurance and LC SportsNet are proud to honor Vinny as tonight's MVP of the game. He'll get a customized shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of being named tonight's MVP of the game. To view the full list of this year's game MVPs, go online to lcsportsnet.com, click on MVP of the game. Congratulations to Vinny Pizzulio for being named tonight's MVP of the game. MVP Insurance, call MVP for the win. Schedule as it looks the rest of this week. We talked about it a little bit in the girls' game tonight. Tomorrow we will have bocce for you right back here actually at Mohawk High School as they will take on Elwood City tomorrow night. It's actually tomorrow afternoon at 3:30. So Elwood at Mohawk, James and Lee Moan will have the call for you of that matchup tomorrow night. And then Friday night, just stay tuned because Friday night we're still kind of working out the schedule, but we're pretty sure we're going to bring you Newcastle and Butler on Friday night.
That one 100% official. We may get a second game in. We may not. That's kind of up in the air with a lot of other factors going on. We'll put it this way. The flu bug going through the Sportsnet crew, just like it is through all the schools as well. So we are a little short-staffed, so we may be able to get a second game. If not, we know that there is going to be video coverage available. We'll send out those links at the other games, specifically at the Laurel Shenango game, at the Union Olsh game for sure. So stay tuned. We're hoping to be there. Definitely we'll have the audio coverage, though, for that big game on Friday night, Newcastle hosting Butler. That's a big one that Newcastle needs after losing 2 in a row.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Monday night, we have a girls' doubleheader for you, Elwood City at Mohawk, and then Aliquippa taking on Neshannock. 2 monster games, really. I mean, Elwood City and Mohawk both need a win, so that's a big girls' game from that perspective. But that Aliquippa-Neshannock game, you and I will be there at Neshannock for that one. That is going to be an absolute battle. And then Tuesday night, Elwood at Mohawk right back here on the boys' side, and we'll have Union taking on Shenango. So that's going to do it for us here tonight. We'll talk to you on Friday night for sure from Newcastle as they will take on Butler. Just keep it tuned to LC SportsNet's social media network and also the website. We'll keep you updated on what's going on as far as maybe a second game on Friday night. But for sure, Friday night, Newcastle and Butler coming to you live from Nika High with a 7:30 tip. For my partner, James Dotson, for Matt and the rest of our crew here tonight at Mohawk High School, big thanks to the staff here at Mohawk for all the accommodations.
No, Matt Laporte, thank you so much. Everything. I mean,
phenomenal with everything we do.
Oh, did you mention we're back here for bocce tomorrow too?
Yes, bocce at 3:30 tomorrow afternoon. Right back here, same time, same gym, and different time. 3:30 tomorrow afternoon for the matchup with Elwood City. 71-40, the final tonight as Mohawk rolls to a 13th win. We'll talk to you tomorrow afternoon for bocce. Friday night for basketball back here on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is